Good morning. We'll call the committee the whole meeting to order for May 1st, 2024. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Barnes. Mrs. Burdick. Here. Mr. Curran.
Here.
Mr. Sear.
Here.
Mr. Demick.
Here.
Mr. Fanton.
Here.
Mrs. Hanchett.
Here.
Mr. Harris.
Here.
Mr. Havey. Mr. Healy. Mr. Ricky.
Here.
Mrs. Ricketts Swales.
Here.
Mrs. Root.
Here.
Mr. Rumfelt.
Here.
Mr. Stockin.
Here.
Mr. Barnes. 13 present, 2 absent.
Thank you. So we're going to have a really good meeting today, but there's a lot of moving pieces to it. So what I'm hoping for the sake of our distinguished guests, is to take the agenda out of order a little bit right off the bat. Would someone like to make a motion to move agenda item number 3 to a slot between, let's say, agenda item 5 and 6? Thank you, ma'am. Is there a second? Thank you, Mr. Fanton. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. Okay, so agenda item 4, amend resolution number 443 of 23 to reflect new district's attorney salary. And I believe County Attorney Allison Carroll is going to address this. Good morning.
Good morning. We are requesting a resolution to amend the correct salary for the district attorney. The district, as many of you know, the district attorney's salary is determined and set by the state, and a new increase was just announced to be retroactive, effective April 1st, 2024, per the New York State Office of Court Administration. The change should reflect an increase in the annual salary of $20,745, with a total salary for April 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024 of $221,100. And the MOE shows the exact language that would be included.
Okay. Someone like to make that motion? Thank you, Mr. Fanton, seconded by Legislator Sear. Any discussion on this? Mr. Rumfelt?
Just let everybody know that we have really no say in this. The state is setting the salary, so.
And that took effect January 1?
April 1st.
Oh, it does take effect April 1st, or did take effect April
Yes,
1st?
it goes retroactively April 1st.
Okay. I'm sorry if you said that. I was thinking about something else. Further discussion? Roll call, please. Do we need roll call on that?
You can do a voice vote.
Okay. Voice vote down. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you, ma'am.
From the side, it seems like a waste of time. We have no say in it, but yet we have to vote on it and agree on it. But if we don't agree on it, nothing's going to happen. So
Well, it's internal, I think, more than anything. It's to make the proper adjustment in our internal salary plan.
Right.
okay.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, I
That is
got you.
correct.
And personally, I think our district attorney is worth every penny. Okay, are we good there? Okay, rescue EMS. And I guess I was remiss in letting everybody know, the county administrator and the county attorney and the deputy treasurer are all at finance school. So we're fortunate to have Mallory and Allison picking up the slack today, and we appreciate that. And I think Ms. Short is going to address the rescue EMS resolution.
Well, good morning. I'm here today to introduce this by way of maybe asking our visitor if he would like to swing it. It's a resolution that he was deeply involved in developing and sharing with our communities. Would you mind?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, everyone. Good to see you all. For those who don't know me, I'm Ryan Gregoire, the Legislative Director with the Association of Counties. Had a couple counties reach out to me after the legislative conference in Albany and ask us to put together a resolution to help counties codify the rescue EMS package that NISAC has been working quite extensively over the last 10 months or so now to advance through the state legislature. There's a series of bills in this resolution. Unfortunately, and I'll get into this when we get to the NISAC presentation later on your agenda, but there was nothing in the budget on EMS, in the enacted budget. The governor had a proposal, the Senate and Assembly had their own proposals, but at the end of the day, and I'll explain this in further detail, nothing was included in the enacted budget, which is unfortunate is not the right word, but it's the word I guess I'll use. So the resolution before you, we put together, there's two bills on here. Actually, I'm sorry, there's three bills on here. The first three bullet points, Senate Bill 4020, Senate 5000, and Senate 8486. Those three bills were drafted by Pat Cummings in our office and myself. They have the best shot of passing before the end of the year. The Mayor Otis bill, the May Lapardo bill, and the Hinchy Kellis bill. And I bring those three up because they're actually probably the most impactful when you look and speak to your volunteer, nonprofit, for-profit EMS providers. The first bill would allow the county to create a special taxing district or allow joint neighboring towns or multiple counties to create joint districts. It's at complete local option, but it would allow that authority to occur. And it also deems EMS as an essential service, which will help hopefully drive state funding for EMS providers. The second bill, the May Lupardo bill, would remove EMS funding from the property tax cap, which is important because, for example, in Wayne County, they just started up their EMS service. It's costing them 80% of the value of their property tax levy is going towards EMS. So I don't know what your property tax levy is in Allegheny County, but imagine 80% of that going just for EMS. So we're trying to take any contributions towards EMS out of the property tax cap. And then the third bill, which has a good chance of passing, is this Hinchy Kellis bill, which reimburses EMS providers for treating a patient at the place of an incident. So I didn't know this going into this session, but an ambulance is only reimbursed if they transport someone to a hospital. Doesn't matter if they take care of you on scene, it doesn't matter if they take care of you at your house, or if they feel like they could transport you to, say, an urgent care facility where you didn't need to go into an ER room. And this bill would reimburse them for doing those kind of things. All of these bills have unanimous support between the for-profit, the nonprofit, and the municipal EMS providers. The counties, NISAC, the Association of Towns, Conference of Mayors has endorsed this package, as has the hospitals have come to us and said, we have no objection to any of these proposals. So, there's really, I have not heard of any opposition from anyone yet, and it's been 10 months now. So I'm hoping we'll be able to get some progress by the end of the session.
And I think what's important and relative with all of this is that we're nearing the end of the legislative session. So if there is not action taken, then these will fall off the table, is my understanding, and we'd be essentially starting over. So we're bringing this resolution forth that NISAC was great enough to prepare for all counties in New York State in hopes that we could pass this and push support out to our local representatives.
Okay, thank you both. And let's get it considered here. Thank you for the motion, Legislator Rumfeld. Is there a second? Thank you, Legislator Seer. Okay, discussion. Okay, seeing none, I do want to thank you, Ryan, and NISAC that has been doing so much work on the EMS front. It's, I'm not going to say it's been your life's work over the last 6 months or so, but you've been putting a lot of time into it, and I know this board appreciates it, and I know our providers do too, because frankly, it's such a big problem to wrap our heads around that getting NISAC's help on this has been crucial. Okay, no discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. All right, would someone like to make a motion to enter executive session for the purposes of discussing the financial or employment history of a particular person or corporation? Thank you, Legislator Root, seconded by Legislator Healy. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? And that's carried. And our apologies to Mr. Gregoire. We'll be as fast as we can. Okay.